Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. So in today's video, as you can see from the title down below, I am doing a full day wear test and trying out the new Sleek foundation. So this is the In Your Tone 24-hour foundation. I picked this up from Boots. It was on an introductory offer, so it's normally, got my receipt here, it's normally $9.99, but I picked it up for $7.49. Even $9.99 I feel like is a great price for like a drugstore foundation, but only if it's good. And this has some claims, but let me start to apply this and then we will get into those claims because I need to get ready for the day. So that's what it looks like. It's very liquidy. I wasn't expecting that, right? So I've got a sponge. I also have my brushes, so I'm just going to see how this goes. Just going to play it by ear. So dab a bit into that. Yes, it seems very, very liquidy. That is a great colour for me though. Wow. So like I say, this had some pretty impressive claims and I've just got the Boots website up to talk to you about them whilst I blend this all out. So it says 30 shades to suit a wide range of skin tones and suitable for all skin types. I feel like that's the selling point of this foundation, but other brands have 30 plus shades and that's like not even mentioned. Like that's not a selling point. It just feels a little bit, I don't know, fake, a little bit, look, we're being inclusive, but you just should be without having to mention it, if that makes sense. Anyway, next claim, 24-hour wear lasts all day. We're going to test that out today. I'm not going to be wearing this for 24 hours because who wears their foundations for 24 hours? But I will be doing like 14 hours today, hopefully. Medium buildable coverage that covers acne and blurs imperfections, semi-matte, natural looking and flawless finish, no filter required, which sounds amazing. So I have dry skin. I have just finished my skincare routine, so sometimes I get a little bit wary of like a semi-matte finish. However, my favourite foundation of all time is the Revolution IRL, and that's a semi-matte foundation, so I'm interested to see how this compares to that, how it compares to other foundations like in the same sort of price point. I do enjoy testing out foundations. I have tested out a fair few, and I was in Boots and I saw this one and I thought, you look interesting, so I picked it up. So this is 3 pumps blended out all over the face. I feel like this looks really, really nice. It's very smooth. It's very like natural looking. I would say it's like a medium coverage. It's definitely completely covered my redness, but like you can still see my freckles. I really, really like this level of coverage. It looks really, yeah, like natural and really smooth. I'm very, very impressed with that. I'm going to see, because it says it's buildable and I don't necessarily feel like I need any extra, but I'm going to just try and put another pump sort of across the centre. Also ignore this guy right on the end of my nose trying to embarrass me, but let's just see if I can build up any more coverage sort of across my cheeks, around my nose, etc. I will also just put a little graphic up on the screen from the Boots website of the colour breakdown, the shade breakdown for like fair, medium and deep. It's definitely like not as inclusive as it claims to be. There's definitely a ton more light shades than there is deeper shades. I feel like even some of the deeper shades don't really look that dark. I could literally go for any of the 11 fair to light shades, but I feel like then when you get into the medium and the deep shades, they all look very different and there's not very many options, if that makes sense. But let me just quickly whiz through the rest of my face. I'm going to use, I haven't brought anything over, what am I going to use? I'll go in with the Studio London Flaunt Flawless Concealer just around my eyes. I don't want to like cover over anything else on my face with that. I really want this foundation to like show me what it's going to look like throughout the day. Before I move on actually and do the rest of my face, I will just zoom you in so that you can see how this is looking close up. I will just remind you again, please ignore this guy on the end of my nose. So I hope you can see what I mean when I say that it is really, truly like smooth. It's definitely like a semi-matte finish. I definitely feel that. I don't feel like there's any glow left in my skin. I'm definitely gonna have to add all of that back in, but I feel like it's very, very comfortable. It's very, very natural looking, and I really, really enjoy this just on first application. Obviously it depends how it like wears throughout the day and everything, but first application I'm very, very impressed. I feel like it looks really nice, really smooth, very, very natural, but just like my skin but better, you know, what everybody wants for their foundation. For bronzer, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This is in the shade Tan Lines, and honestly I think I only have could only possibly have a few more weeks left in this, hopefully. Then for blush, I'm going in with the Beauty Bay Liquid Blush in the shade Spring. I did a whole testing review video of these as well if you are interested, so just dab a little bit of that over. I feel like that colour goes really nicely with my jumper today. For brows, I'm going in with the Relove Power Brow in the shade Brown and the e.l.f. Wow Brow in the shade Brunette. So I'll be right back once I've done that. So I'm quickly just going to do something very basic on my eyes. So I'm just going to use the Beauty Bay Retro Love palette, and I think I'm just going to do, oh, if I can get it open, I think I'm just going to use like the purple shimmer and maybe like one of the more neutral tones. Might do a little bit of a wing, but whatever it is, I need to do it quickly. So I'll dip into Love Me Do, and then I'll dip into that purple shimmer shade, I think. I'm going to use the 17 Another Level Volume Mascara. I had this in a testing video, well I filmed it yesterday, so I still need to figure out my thoughts on this. So I'm going to build up hopefully quite a bit of this. And then lastly for the lips, I'm just going to put a little bit of the e.l.f. Lip Lacquer in the shade Wild Rose across the lips just to finish it off, because I need to go to work. So that is me done. First impressions, I really, really like it. It is similar in finish to the Revolution IRL, except it's just a little bit less coverage, which I actually prefer. So that's my first impressions. It is currently 7:54 in the morning, so I will come back hopefully in around about 12 hours and we'll see how all of this is wearing. Alrighty then, so it has been around about 14 and a half hours. It is 10:30 nearly in the evening, and I am ready to climb into my bed, so I wanted to just come in and do this check-in now. So I will zoom you in and we will see what this is looking like close up. So now that you are nice and zoomed in, I hope you can see how lovely this still looks on my skin. Now granted, it hasn't been the most like testing day. I have just had quite a quiet day at work, so I haven't been like running around and sweating and all of that stuff, but I feel like this looks so good considering it's had more than 12 hours wear. Like, it does look a little bit sort of shiny down the centre, but I didn't put any powder on with this, where I normally would powder like this area and like in between my eyebrows. I don't feel like it looks bad. It's just perhaps a little bit shinier than I would maybe like by the end of the day, but I would have normally set those areas. I feel like it stayed really, really nicely everywhere else. Like, it doesn't seem to be breaking up with like my oils and things coming out in my skin. It doesn't seem to be separating. It has stayed really, really nicely. I am so impressed. I feel like if I were to rank this, I would say that it is very, very similar to the Revolution IRL, and in terms of the way that it's lasted, the Revolution IRL lasts really well as well. But potentially I do prefer this one because it's just a touch less coverage. Like, the Revolution one is so full coverage on me that it's just too much. It's too much coverage, whereas I feel like with this one it's less coverage, therefore a little bit more natural, and I feel like I prefer that. So make of that what you will. So that's my final thoughts on the new foundation from Sleek. Let me know if you've tried it. Let me know what you think of it, or if there's any other new foundation releases from cruelty-free brands, then do let me know, because this is a massive win. For the introductory price, I'm hoping to get this video up while it's still on this introductory offer. So if you can pick it up for, what did I say it was, $7.49, what a bargain. But even if it's $9.99, I would pay $9.99 for this. It's so pretty. I feel like it's lasted incredibly well. It applied so easily, blended out really easily with a sponge. I would be interested to see how it applies with a brush, if you can get a little bit more coverage. Not that I feel like I need it, but I feel like this looks so incredible. So let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any other releases that you want to see tested out. If you are new here, then hello, my name is Millie. I would love it if you would subscribe down below. I am always doing these makeup review videos, wear tests, testing out new products, and at the minute I'm posting 3 times a week. Maybe even 4 some weeks if there's like lots of new releases, but at the minute it is 3 times a week on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday evening. So I would love it if you'd stick around for those new videos as well. If you liked this one, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. That really does help me out a lot. It really helps like boost the algorithm so that more people see my videos. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.